Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, another little session on the Harley Davidson. So, you've seen where we got to last time. We got the back wheel out. All the little bits like the mudguard and stuff, that's all gone to the powder coaters. Obviously, we are waiting stuff for the M-fill still. So, we're just going to hang on till Alex gives me a ring and I'll go and collect everything. Anyway, where are we? So, as you've seen last time, we got a few things cleaned up. We got the wheel done, we got the disc back on with nice fresh fixings. All the caliper came up nice. We got the belt guard all nice. We're starting to get a few little bits now. We've got the brake pads. I've got some caps that I'm going to do for the axles to tidy them up a little bit. Oh yes, the indicators. Now I've seen a couple of people have commented on the indicators saying there's like a little slot in the lens that you can get like a flat blade screwdriver in there and pop the lens off. I can't see anything. I really can't. Look, I'll turn it round. Unless it's so small that my dodgy old eyes can't see it. Spin, spin, spin. Yeah, I can't see one. My main concern with doing that is if I break it. At the minute, they work, they're fine, there's no cracks, no nothing. So I think what I will do is just freshen them up and yeah, take the safe, easy route, because knowing me, I will break one if I try and get them lenses off. So I'm not going to attempt it. I'm going to, like I say, take the safe option and just freshen them up a little bit, masking the lens off. What else we got going on? Oh, we've got some grips. Good old Gertie brought some grips and a big bag of other bits. So probably not to everybody's taste, but they are nice, fresh and new. Harley Ness grips. Are they posh things or are they like cheesy things? I don't know. I don't know much about Harley Davidson, like I've said, but they've got to be better than what's on it. At the end of the day, what's on it, all the ends are going, look, they've in a bit of a rough state. These are new, so we may as well fit them. What else we got? Oh, we got a number plate light as well. So the number plate before had them things just bolted to the number plate, look, in each corner. As you can see them, which to me is not the best. So I have got this little single number plate light, which I'm going to make a little bracket for, a little bolt-on bracket, and this just goes in the center, and then we just got that, well, 2 wires running down to the plug on the bike. We got this 4 ton of number plate bracket. Wow, talk about overkill. Look at that for a number plate. That's amazing. So yeah, we'll make a little bracket off that just bolts to it for that number plate light. Probably won't do that today. I've got the plan today is to start tidying the front of the frame up. So I've got some paints, got some primer and some satin black. The satin black is just to go around and touch a couple of little chips in and things here and there, just to tidy it up. The primer I'm going to do on the frame and then rattle can the frame, because I really do not wish to strip this bike out completely. Like I say, it's going to be a quick makeover to make this bike more presentable. So I've seen a friend who works at the paint suppliers and I've told him there's an Harley Davidson here. Straight away he says, is the frame rusty? The front? I was like, yes. Are the mudguards rusty? Oh, yes. So he's had a bit of experience with Harley Davidsons. Surprisingly, he asked about the swing arm. Obviously they do rust, but surprisingly No, the swing arm is absolutely perfect. Weirdly, it is like, oh, that's unusual. They normally rot like mad. So yeah, we've obviously got a good swing arm. But what I'm going to do today is start tidying the frame up down here. This is the biggest part of the job. You probably can't see very well at the minute, but it's a bit tatty down there. So what I'm going to do is probably drop the forward controls off so we can get it everything. Drop this out and carefully tidy all that up and give it a coat of paint. As the front engine steady, which I'm going to drop off, that'll go to the powder coaters when I take the bottom yoke. So I don't know how much we'll get done today. I'm just going to plod on getting it all cleaned up and getting it prepared for a bit of paint to tidy it up. Let's get on with it. Right, let's get the surfboard down on the floor. Ready for my old decrepit knees. This is where I could do with a slightly bigger shed with 2 benches. That'd be nice. But hey-oh, we'll make do with what we've got. So, what am I going to do first? Take the forward controls off. Alright, hopefully these are not too tight. Oh, that's nice. There's one. I'm moving these because these forward controls are actually in superb condition and I do not want to splash them with any other paint. What I'm going to do is just drop them down out the way and cover them over. And I'll have a look through the box of goodies, see if we can find some new fixings for these as well. Actually, I probably will remove them completely and clean all the linkages up and give them a splash of grease. There we go. At least we can get cleaned up behind there. Yeah, let's move them completely. Let's get the linkage off. Let's see if I've got any new fixings for that as well. Let's put our back on there. You can't lose that. Yeah, so these are actually really clean. Well, I say clean. They will clean up perfect. Yeah, we don't want to get any paint splashes on them. Right, I'll just get the other one removed and then we'll assess what we got to do down there. Why do we do it? Must be mad. Oh. This is one of them days where I really could have done with a more able visitor and made him a lovely cup of tea and sent them down here. Don't do that, I'll make you a cup of tea. Last bolt. Trouble is, I can't get my other arm through there to catch it, so I'm trying to be careful. That's tight, that is. Come on. Feels like that bolt's 10 times longer than all the others. Oh, there we go. It's going easy now. Easy. Yes. Whew. Let's give these a bit of a wash over. These are going to come up perfect. I think I need to change my cleaner. It's getting to that stage where it's probably making it worse rather than cleaning it. That'll be alright for now. I'll let that soak in there a bit. Someone, I think a couple of people have asked actually, what cleaner's in that tub? It's diesel. That's all it is. Diesel. I've always used it. Especially having the diesel heater. I just pour a bit out of the tub I have for that. And it cleans everything alright. There we are, they've come up alright actually. More than good enough they are. I'll do the other one later. Right, I've been having a little think about the lower part of this frame. Also, I'll explain my thing behind the can of paint on primer. So, you've probably all seen it before where someone's done a repair and used the primer in a rattle can, and there's primer overspray in all the nooks and crannies because they can't get at it to clean it out. So I prefer to paint it on larger areas. You can actually use a roller. This might sound really bad, but bear with me. I've got friends that do a lot of painting, and I've often seen them use rollers on large areas with I-build primers, because then you just flat it all back and get it silky smooth. And using a roller or a paintbrush, you can apply it really thick to give you plenty of material to dress back. Like I say, if we used a primer rattle can, that stuff is just going to go everywhere. Yes, you can try and mask all the bits off, but using that with a brush or a roller, like I say, on larger areas, you don't get all the primer going everywhere where you don't want it and causing a right nuisance sorting all that out. Like I say, I guess some of you have seen repairs on bikes or cars where there's just primer everywhere. So we paint that on and we'll flat it back silky smooth, and then go over with the black rattle can, because obviously with everything being black, you're not going to see that like the primers. Anyway, I've come up with a little thing as well. No doubt they exist. I'm going to make a little cover down here. So I'm going to get it all blacked up. This cross member has got holes in. So when I've painted it, I'm going to make a little cover there. I don't know, it might be alloy, it might be stainless. I'll see what materials I've got. But just a simple cover that just rolls under with the frame a tiny bit. Obviously we'll have to leave this exposed because that needs sort of airflow. But if I'll make it up to that, at least a simple alloy or stainless cover will protect everything down here. And it won't end up like this again. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a bit of this cleaned up first, see what we're up against, and then, I don't know, I might just get that cleaned up, get the first coat of primer on, and end this video by making a cover. I say, no doubt you can get them, but it's Harley Davidson, it'd be about £3 million, won't it? Or it'll be from a certain part of the world that'll take 4 years to get here. And like I say, I'd like this bike done and dusted by the end of this month. So let's do that, have a clean up, get the first coat of primer on there, and have a look at making a little cover for it. Right, I've given that all a bit of a wash out, again with a bit of diesel. I'm going to blow out any debris, then I'll give it a wash with some panel white, obviously because we're painting it. At least get that cross member DA'd off. Again, I've cleaned where I've cleaned, it's not too bad again. Certainly not as bad as I thought it would be, but it does need a bit of paint. First injury of the day. I can't see, I've got a mark there. Oh dear. Obviously I'm working on the floor, so I've just I've just gone to get up because I've been seeing if them holes were threaded, which obviously they were. Took me ages to find the right tap to clear the threads out. I'm just getting up and I slipped. Couldn't stop myself because of my gammy shoulder and smacked my head on the handlebars. Luckily we haven't caused any damage to the bike, which is the main thing. And I didn't even catch it on camera for you all to have a bit of a laugh. What an idiot. I was holding on to the wheel and I just slipped. Boink, and butted the handlebars. Only seen a couple of stars, so it ain't that bad. Right, where am I? I don't know. Yeah. I've got that. Let's try and have a look. Dare I get back on the floor? So we've got some clean metal. I've said it took me ages to find a tap to clear these holes out. They're all nice and clear now. We had the correct bolts. It just took me a while to find a tap. So obviously it still looks really rough, but I've dug all the rust out so we can give that a splash of primer and we can make this guard. Now I've got some bolts and the holes are clear, so I think I'll do the guard next and obviously get a coat of paint on there. Nearly had my eye out. Never mind. Right, I'm gonna get up without falling over. Right, what am I doing? Let's do. Oh, I found some material as well. That's got to be the stuff. It's about the right width as well, so that's a bit of aluminium. Looks terrible at the moment, but we've got enough in that section there to make us a little guard. Let's do something with that. Right, got a bit cut. It's all a bit rough and ready at the minute. A lot of surface marks in there, but I think we can drag them out. So I initially thought the frame was sort of tapered a little bit, but it's not. It's literally parallel all the way down. It's gonna be a bit of a boring shape, but it's there to do a job. In fact, if I bring it up a little bit, we could do a bit of a cutout for the red wreck, so it sort of went round it and then we curved it round to follow the frame, just to make it, let's say, just to put a bit of shape into it. Right, see where we can go with that then. Right, back to the floor workbench. I think what I'll do first is go over it with a DA and get some of the surface marks out. You can paint on that side as well. We'll do that before we put the curve in it. That's better. Right, I think the easiest way to do this is bit by bit in the rollers. I just want to try that, make sure we don't overdo it. It's a good job I checked that, because that is about bang on. Right, I'm just gonna radius the edges a little bit and then do a bit of a cutout to go around the red wreck. marking out done. Oh, hold on. Important job first. Get the tea on the go. Right, where was I? I just marked out for the fixing points. Check that. Ooh, bang on that is. And then I've got it marked out to do a cutout to go around the reg rec. So what we'll do is drill the corners first. So we've got radiuses. And I think to put a bit of shape in it, where's me pen? Because the main bit we want to protect is that little cross member that we're bolting it to. That seems to be the bit that's getting absolutely battered. So I think we'll taper these up as well into the red rec, just to give it a bit of shape. Yeah. Okay, we've got the two fixing holes sorted. Two holes that are somewhere near what we got to cut out, so I'm just going to cut down into them and then we'll sort of fine tune it with the belt grinder. That should be somewhere near. Where's me pen? Pencil. Yeah, I think we'll take these off. Also, just to try and add a bit of shape. I'm going to try it on first. Right, just tried it on the bike. I think it's all going to fit. So yeah, it'll definitely look better with these corners off. That should do the job. I think we're gonna need a couple of little spacers behind there as well, just to hold it off a tiny bit. I've just done these nylon spacers. Green is all I add. Well, that'll do, you shouldn't really see it behind there. Let's just drop it on and see how we're going then. That'll do the job. Like I say, it's just there to do a job. I'll probably sling that in at the powder coaters. And yeah, I suppose when it's black it'll sort of disappear in there. But at least it'll protect everything on the frame and that part of the engine. That'll do it. Anyway, I've got to get up again. I think that'll do. A slight change of plan in that video, but at least it's something else done. I'll probably just give that a quick coat of primer before I lock up for the night, because it's getting quite late again, and at least it'll be dry for the morning so I can rub it down, maybe give it another coat. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll get all that flatted out all nice and smooth for a coat of black. And yeah, just keep chipping away at little bits on it till it's done. Like I say, it'd be nice to have it all done and dusted by the end of the month, and then I can advertise it and hopefully it'll find a new owner. Anyway, that'll do. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.